Hi you guys, I want to share with you my thoughts on the HTC One X and Samsung Galaxy S3 after the recent spate of updates. The recent update to the Samsung Galaxy S3 and also the international update to the HTC One X, which has actually brought it up to 4.0.4 on Samsung's operating system. Both handsets are pretty much equal as it stands at the moment. They're both pretty quick. Quadrants pretty evenly matched. The HTC One X has slightly got the lead on quadrant scores, but it's down to the end user functionality and how the end user actually uses the phone that is going to make all the difference. Like I say, it's not a video this to say one's better than the other. That's going to be up to you to decide which handset you want to buy. A few of the points I want to go through is a few impressions that I've got of either handset, and I'll quickly go through these and give you my views after using each handset for a couple of months now. First of all, build quality. The HTC One X feels far superior build quality wise. If either are not in a case, the HTC One X feels a much more premium phone rather than the Samsung Galaxy S3. Quickly moving on, battery between the two. Since the update, the international update on the HTC One X, the HTC One X has caught up to a large extent to the Samsung Galaxy S3. I think the Samsung Galaxy S3 still has the lead slightly. The other day I managed to get 1 day 1 hour with 3 hours on screen time, but this is very much dependent on signal from your provider, also Wi-Fi signal that the phone can pick up. The HTC One X at the moment is really doing well on battery life, far superior to what it was before the 4.0.4 update. Quickly moving on to multitasking. The multitasking between the two phones depends how much you use multitasking. The multitasking on the Samsung Galaxy S3, in my mind, is superior for using as a multitasking feature. One of the good points about multitasking on the Samsung Galaxy S3 is if I long press the multitasking tab, you get an option at the bottom to remove all. Very, very handy. If you one click, you can remove all. On the HTC One X, you have to flick everyone independently off the screen to get rid of them. So a bit annoying, takes a bit of time. Samsung Galaxy S3 far easier to implement the multitasking and to remove recent apps that are in memory. Moving on quickly, the display on the two devices. Now, although the Samsung Galaxy S3 display is fine, it's the same more or less pixel density as the HTC One X. Again, the HTC One X, far superior screen. The colours are more natural than oversaturated on the Samsung. Now, the Samsung for oversaturated colours, it's fine in things that don't pertain to natural life, e.g. photos, video tends to be oversaturated on the Samsung Galaxy S3. Anything else like games, wallpapers, stuff that needs to be vibrant, the oversaturation works really well. Photographs on the HTC One X actually look pretty much as you take them and pretty much in real colour. Moving quickly onto the camera, the two cameras on both devices very, very good. I would say that the HTC One X camera is better for taking photographs. Samsung Galaxy S3 camera better for video. Reason being that the Samsung Galaxy S3 seems to autofocus much more quickly. It moves around much more quickly, and I find the video from the Samsung Galaxy S3 is far superior to the HTC One X. HTC One X photographs, in my mind, slightly better than the Samsung Galaxy S3. Other points on the list I've made, sound of both devices. The speakers on the Samsung Galaxy S3 via the headphone, I would say, are far superior than the HTC One X. Or the HTC One X has got Beats audio built in. I find a lot of the implemented features of the Samsung Galaxy S3 where you can change the equalizer to any setting you want and the bass background, all the rest of it, far superior through a good set of quality headphones. Actual sound out of both handsets using the built-in speaker, I would say that HTC, although quite quiet, has slightly got the edge on the Samsung Galaxy S3. So again, pretty split on those marks. UI features, TouchWiz on the Samsung Galaxy S3, not my cup of tea, it's quite cartoonish. So I would say the UI on the HTC One X using Sense is a far nicer UI. Although what I would say is the features built into both phones, that the features packed into the UI on the Samsung Galaxy S3 far outweigh the features on the HTC One X. So again, a pretty mixed batch on the two. To my mind, if you put a launcher on either, you're getting into ground where it's actual software that's put on the phone by the manufacturer that's going to make the difference. And to my mind, the software on the actual phone is better out of the box on the S3. Quickly moving on, GPS on both devices. Now the GPS on the Samsung Galaxy S3 far stronger, gets a lot quicker and finds more satellites, doesn't seem to drop a signal if you're going through built-up areas as much as the HTC One X. So that one I'd definitely give to the Samsung Galaxy S3. Lag on the two phones. Since the international update to 4.0.4 on the HTC One X, virtually no lag. Now I say virtually, Samsung Galaxy S3, 100% no lag. Pretty smooth, pretty fluid, even more so using a market app, a launcher, say Apex, Nova, whichever one you want to use. Excuse me. On the HTC One X, what I find is if you're using a launcher like Nova or Apex, very smooth, very fluid, but still in Sense, that's on the 4.1 version of Sense, it's on the HTC One X. Very now and again, very slight lag. So say on the HTC One X, 99% lag free, Samsung Galaxy S3, 100% lag free. And the last thing that's quite important, certainly for me, will be for a lot of users, is connectivity for both devices. Now I'm not talking about Wi-Fi, Bluetooth or those types of connectivity. I'm on about getting to your files, sharing, printing, etc, etc. Both handsets work fine with AirPrint to an AirPrint enabled printer, not a problem. Connectivity for the Samsung Galaxy S3 via an OTG cable, absolutely superb. You can connect it to a keyboard, a mouse, external drive, massive amount of uses for the OTG cable. If you haven't got a wireless printer, the OTG cable on the Samsung Galaxy S3, provided you use an AirShare app off the Play Store, works seamlessly. So you connect your phone in using the OTG cable and it'll print out just the same as any device, laptop or desktop or any other computer that you print from. So a big plus for the OTG cable. What I will say, the HTC One X out of the box connects better to a laptop or a desktop via the USB cable. It just finds that there's an external drive and comes up with a drive on your computer. Not so with the Samsung Galaxy S3. A few problems if you've got to connect directly to an Apple Mac or a PC. Often it won't be picked up as a drive even if you have the drivers on. The way to get around this is to use AirDroid, another free app from the Play Store, or as I say, use the OTG cable. But in my eyes, with the extra features that the Samsung Galaxy S3 has with the OTG cable, I would give connectivity for searching for files, transferring files around. Once you know what to use and you get the right method of using it, far superior on the S3. But pretty much all in all, an equal bag for the two devices. So to be honest, it's got to be down to the end user's device to decide which device you want to use out of the two. The days when the HTC One X was plagued with problems have gone with the recent updates, and shortly we'll be getting the new Jelly Bean version for Samsung Galaxy S3 and the HTC One X. So it's basically waiting for the Jelly Bean version to see how these two pan out. But at the moment, they're pretty much neck and neck. Some features I like more on one than the other, but there's hardly anything to divide them. So leave comments in the comments box below. Give me a thumbs up, give me a like, and I'll answer any questions, and look forward to seeing your comments. Thanks for watching.